Good evening, everyone.
Oh.
Do you like how I've got my new layout thing so you can see background behind it? Just been messing about, that's all. Hope you've had a good bank holiday, and to the guys in America, happy Memorial Day. And I do know Joel says it's bank holiday in France as well, so I'm assuming sort of Europe. Yeah, there you go. You said if anybody mentions it,
I'm allowed. I can't buy myself.
yeah, you're not allowed.
I'm allowed.
It's done, dusted, gone, forgotten.
Flipping job and all I need for.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you nearly dropped the F-bomb then. Anyway, I've pinned link already before Mr. P says anything.
Oh, I've seen it on somebody.
I know.
Shit, man.
I'll give you shitbed. If I do shitbed, it's going to be all over you. Behind the scenes, Amjad. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's the main thing, Amjad. You know, I'm just glad you're enjoying it. Chris absolutely loves photography. Biscuit! Anyway, same as I say. But Chris likes the unusual shots, if you know what I mean. Something that's a bit out there. Black pomegranate. I mean, I don't know whether you've seen pictures on Facebook, Amjad. It's even sort of got down close and personal with an empty snail shell. You know what I mean? And that's sort of, how can I put it? It's like a, yeah, you've got to be imaginative with the, the photography. You've got to think outside the box, so to speak. Oh, you had your cousins over, did you? I've got my hair like this because I've got a bit of a rash on my forehead. I hit him. So, I didn't want to scare everybody off. I don't know whether it's like dry skin. I've been pouring moisturiser on it. It's like all like blotchy. I don't know. I don't know whether it's hairspray I'm using. Did I say hello, Tim? Hi, Tim. And Johnny again. Anyway, but yeah, so sort of trying to cover it up a little bit. But it's nothing, how can I put it? Nothing major, it's just irritating. Could be sun, I don't know. See, that's what sun does to me. That's why I don't go anywhere. But it's only like on my forehead. I mean, it could be sinus related, I don't know. Chris had a look last night and he says it's just red. So I don't know. But I mean, I don't feel ill in any way, shape, or form.
You're going in back.
I'm going in tomorrow. Oh, Margate to Bognor Regis on Thursday. Ooh.
What's that? Margate.
To the beach.
Say hello to Del Boy, Rodney, while you're here. They went to Margate.
Biscuit. See ya. One look from me and his sort of. I'm scared of my mum. Well, no, I won't say scared, but yeah. You sort of have to raise your voice a little bit to him because it's too soft with him, you see. So, yeah, so if anybody wants to come on panel instead of me wittering on about me rash on my face and, yeah. I mean, I ain't got a rash anywhere else, but hey, no. Not to worry. Oh, well, that's not bad then, Amjad. mean, it's like to Filey. When we went to Filey, it were only about an hour and a half. So, but yeah, I mean, you're sort of better off going in on a day that's sort of less. Yeah, I bet everybody and the mother and the dog went somewhere today, but I mean, we didn't for that reason. So, but it's not been as warm as it were Saturday. It was lovely Saturday.
Oh, they just right today.
The same as Chris just said. It's just been right today. Oh, well, I look at it this way, Amjad. It don't matter, you know, what you use, so long as it gets you from A to B and in a safe manner, then it don't really matter what you use, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Hi, Tommy. How are you? How's the weather been in your part of, you know, well, Ireland? I think it's Ireland, isn't it? Anyway, so I hope you've had a good bank holiday weekend. Hiya, Joel. But this is the thing. It's the 1st of June on Thursday, and officially, when I say officially, it's summer officially on Thursday, 1st of June. So, and I can remember that day when we got married. It was absolutely scorching, and that was 21st of June. So yeah, but you don't do too badly. What is it? What is?
What? Gary! Hello. What is it? What?
Thank you for reminding me. I've to see my CPN on Thursday.
What was the CPN?
Summit Nurse, chronic. I don't know. Hi, Gary. What's CPN? I know it's Summit Nurse.
Crab's penis, no!
Trust him to have his mind in the gutter. Hi, Danny.
Well, I'm a bit close.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Well, where is he?
I thought that was Tracy's somewhere else, not Johnny's.
Well, he's allowed to go in it. He built it.
It's not on, it's
Just put it all
Tracy's.
back together. I've cladded all walls now. I've done the walls now.
Oh yeah, what did you say? Bubble wrapping what?
Floor insulation billet. I've done the walls.
Ah, ooh.
So it's ceiling and skirting boards more or less now.
Oh, it's got
And I
window
got on a
sills
shelf
as well.
up there. Gumtree for £5 and it was still in box. That. Yeah. One of them floating shelves. That.
Ooh, very nice. Oh, clock and ornaments and lot. Look, it's like right little home for a moment. It.
Oh, yeah.
She were out here till about 1 o'clock this morning.
Oh, small
And I
favour
looked
to
up and
ask.
popped out and they were caffeine
Small
that little
favour.
chair.
Yeah,
Tray
small
here.
favour to ask of you, Johnny.
What have I done? Right.
You haven't done anything. I'm hoping you'll do something.
Oh.
Chris is on about making, well, helping you make a little thing for me. Yeah, the scooter outside back on patio.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll sort it.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I've got.
Well, same as Chris says, it frees that passage in here, and all it's got to do is we've got ramps and everything. It can get it through
Can you
our
measure it,
season.
Phil? Can you measure
You
it
mean,
from?
I've got all dimensions already. I've got an handbook, look, so it gives you the dimensions in it. So anybody that don't know, that's my mobility scooter.
Well, sorry, I
Does
need
the
to
seat
contact
and the
the
thing
principal.
fall down?
Eh?
Does the seat and the steering
Yes.
bit fall down?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll show you when you come over. Next time you come over.
Can help me bomb proof.
It's same as Chris says. It's just something like, obviously, you know, we've got double patio doors, so obviously we can get it in and out from the back easy enough. But we just want to make sure that it's safe outside.
Yeah. I'll sort you something out.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah.
I haven't even got the chat. Hang on a minute.
Amjad says that Jam Drizzle story were hilarious on Saturday night. Honestly, Jamjad, I've never been more mortified in all my life. Eh?
Jamjad.
Well, Jamjad. Amjad.
How do Jamjad?
But yeah.
Jamjad? That's his new name. We've started it.
Yeah. It's good job you've got a wrench, Gary, because he says anybody mentions it in this
Oh, it's a good job I can't ban him.
Yeah.
Oh, can
Chris,
I ban that?
well, these are exact Chris's exact words. They've got more jam than Hartley's. You know what I mean?
They
Yeah.
were bloody lucky and
Pardon the pun about the jam, Amjad. Oh dear.
I had an idea with this back wall, you know.
Go on then.
I've got enough of that flooring left, the other flooring, that I can make it
Oh,
like a stone wall.
You mean that grey flooring?
No, the stone floor. It looks like stone flooring. That's
That you
because
said
I've been
looked
putting
like yeah, like a jigsaw puzzle.
It's down in Caravan.
Yeah.
In the workshop, but I might have enough of
Or
that.
a mirror up, look. See? You even got a mirror up.
Shall I put a fake chimney there?
Fake chimney.
Oh, Leeds, it's ha Leeds.
I know, I got beat, didn't I? I was nearly stuck in the traffic from that. Chris.
Demoted, relegated, yeah. And well, Leicester's gone with them and also. But you see, Chris said, same as Chris says, not only just a few years ago they won Premiership and were it FA Cup. They won.
Oh, it won't Premiership.
Premier League.
Premier League, thank you.
There's a difference in that, even I know that.
I know. But same as I said to Chris, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, Barnsley were the better team, but it's whoever wins on day, innit?
Well, they were never sending off with a yellow card, and they should have had a penalty. And they never did. Because everybody's using VAR.
Oh dear.
I'm say scrap it in.
Hi Ian, how are you? But yeah. I mean, I look at it this way, Johnny. It's only a game of football, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
yeah, right. You know,
I kept doing. I kept going up 2 planks and then just jamming loads in.
But
it's lined out and then insulated, so it'll be all right. It'll do the job.
No fire extinguishers.
Wood in this.
But yeah, it's like, apart from FA Cup, football's done and dusted now. Thank God, thank you. Peace and quiet. You know,
you can have him up your ass all the time. Then.
Well, no, well, it's I was saying, oh, it's been nice over the weekend. He says I should have gone out car camping. I says, well, now you say, you know what I mean?
They're out. So, only to a cousin. I said, you're not walking anywhere. I'll drop you there. I said, and I'll pick you back up.
That's
when you
it.
We know it's like when you get with cousins.
Is it still swollen then, Johnny?
Not as bad. She's not been keeping off it, but not as bad. She won't listen.
Well, it won't in
It's
one
better. I think the
respect.
fact it cooled down a little bit helped as well. I think the heat didn't help.
I think in one respect, you've got to keep yourself mobile, if you know what I mean.
If she hadn't had that walking castle, I don't think she'd be suffering half as much now.
No, that's what's cocked it up. Hi, Kathy.
Oh, Kathy.
Look, Ian. Look what I built, Ian. Built
No, look. You won't believe it's a summer house. It's like more like home from home.
Still got work on the roof. But it's getting there. Floor's down. It's all insulated out now. Just this back wall. I like it, me, but Tracy doesn't. Too many different colours. I could do it all with that. I've got a load of that silvery grey paint still. You know, we'll make glitter in it.
Oh yeah.
I could make the wall glitter for a bit. Disco corner. I've got it for doing my mum's house. It's cosy. I'm cosy.
Just don't fall asleep on a live stream, Johnny.
No, I'm alright.
Oh dear.
I'm not keeping your frigging scooter warm.
I think he's being a bit facetious there, Johnny.
The reason it looks like pallet effect is because it's the whole thing's made of pallet.
That's why he's sort of pouring like cladding.
I ain't seen Ian for a while, so you don't know. I'll let him have it. Look, it looks better on the outside. Mind you, it looks alright on the inside now.
He's just going to take you on a little tour, Ian.
I'll try not to fall down owl.
Oh God, we don't want another broken foot.
I'm gonna lock myself in. I've brushed me all now, look.
That snowflake's abode there.
How's that?
Yeah, and even got like a clock of
flowers in.
on a like a train station flower.
The rabbit's getting in. Look at this, Jeanette. This is the base to the new rabbit hut. Fucking size.
Oh God!
Made out of floor.
Oh dear!
That's what I'm going to make your.
They don't do things by half. Even rabbits getting a new penthouse.
Yeah, that temperature thing does actually work on there.
The clock itself doesn't work, but the temperature bit does.
That should be on TV. No, it's in here, TV.
No, it means you've built. Yeah, honestly, Ian, and it's only took him about 3 weeks. You know,
about 23 days now.
You know, and Tracy's even got it kitted all out and everything.
The most expensive thing, Ian, with screws. You know what I'm like, Ian. I've got I've got brand new blinds in there to put up in it.
Oh, they come, have they?
Bloody blinds now.
I know. Not about a summer house, more like a deluxe penthouse cabin.
You know what I mean? A little caravan though. She had it all set up nicely in there, and I did kind of sell it.
It's not. Oh, don't say that. Oh. Don't say that. Don't say that.
There's a she shed plaque on its way.
Tracy don't know.
Oh, she's not on. She's with cousins. They'll be gabbing away.
But yeah. Well, you see how it's come about, Ian. Johnny had 2 caravans. One is turned into his workshop, but he sold other one, which was like Tracy's, where she went to, de-stress, unwind, whatever you want to call it.
Bloody caravans wobbling up the motorway. It's not my
thing. Anyway, basically, when they sold that caravan, the idea come about building Tracy a summer house.
I had to measure it up so we didn't fall down the hole when you'd step out of it.
Hey, up here, we're not all.
She's already been to Sheffield. She's slummed it already. No, Leeds is a shithole. quite. Everywhere's got a shithole area, don't they?
Yeah, don't know, dear Ian. It's
Yeah,
still better than Sheffield.
What's Ian's street name? I'm joking. Ian's is a nice area, actually. It's nice there.
But you know, we can't all live in posh areas.
No.
You see, we've got best of both worlds. We ain't sort of quiet part, but we're only about 10 minutes away from town. So yeah, win-win chicken dinner. So, you know what I mean?
No, I've just got to sort out the ceiling. She wants the ceiling white. Yeah.
Well, Jeanette's stuck for words. I'm not stuck for words, you know. If you want to rough it with us, Ian.
Make that centre beam look a bit better and then paint it white. I'm keeping the centre beam a wood colour. Yeah.
You know, I always say this, Ian. You know what I mean? I don't put no airs and graces on. Love me, you know, whatever. I'm not, you know, might sound a bit rough. It says I can't talk or go in skips.
Ian, this is floor joist from a mill, a load of wood from somebody's back garden, fencing, and a load of, well, not a load of pallets really, because it already built out. A lot of fencing. A lot of fencing. I filmed my trailer 3 times.
Hi, Brissy. How are you?
Trailer 3 times.
And Andy did actually refuse some wood, but then a couple of days later he changed his mind and went back for it.
So now I've got a 40-foot fence post.
So yeah,
some of them have been nailed together. Some of these massive posts, and I can't get them apart. So I might have to, like, I don't know.
You see, the fella says to Johnny, take all on it if you want it. He says, no, he says, I'll leave somebody else. Goes home, changes his mind, and then goes back for it. Sod that, I'll have it.
Well, I've got enough framework and that to build a big frame for your thing, and then just clad it.
Yeah. All we need is some bog standard, Johnny. You know, so we can stick a padlock on it so nobody can pitch it. It's going to be out back anyway. So it's just something.
Bringing explosives to get into it. It'd be about that thick. I'll have to bring it on the trailer. I'll probably have to bring it on the trailer.
But yeah, we just want some. Yeah.
Oh, what I'll do your neighbour good. I'll park in his space and then put trailer next to it.
Well, you know exactly what I think of that.
I'll do a donut on your grass. When we sprinkle on.
I couldn't give a shit.
I understand that card film that you had in there.
Oh. But this is the thing, Johnny. And I wouldn't have thought it, but I seen him come out other day with him and his missus, and there were a coloured guy, and according to Chris, this coloured guy is his son-in-law, and I thought, you're joking me, aren't you? You know what I mean? Hi, Crypto, how are you?
Hello.
He don't seem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, not that I don't. You know me, I don't discriminate against anybody, but you wouldn't have thought. I mean, you've seen him, Johnny. You've spoke to him. You know what I mean?
Mr. Sunshine.
But I bet you've had a glorious weekend, partner.
Oh, yeah, it's been lovely, yeah.
We were a scorcher Saturday.
I'm in my caravan with no wheels.
Tracy's
Semi-permanent.
penthouse somewhere else.
There's over 1,000 screws in this, Ian. Well over 1,000 screws in it.
So basically, if a helicopter went over with a massive magnet on it, it'd be able to.
Not. They need one of them bloody military ones to lift this.
Hey up, Gary. I could use a stronger word for it than a gimp. Yeah.
What?
Basically, I'll do a bit of sign language, right?
I use that while
It
driving.
rhymes with merchant banker.
Yeah.
That's my driving symbol, that. I use that a lot.
Or a losser.
Ned
with
Lane
steel.
next to me today, coming onto a roundabout, some senile old fart. I think he was in his own little world in the car. Proper sideswiped another car. If the other car hadn't shot forward to get out of the way, he'd smashed right into it. And he just carried on oblivious around this fucking junction. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Oh.
you know, far be it from me to sort of put cat among pigeons, but I think when they get to a certain age, they ought to be not tested, but show the capability to be able to drive.
They won't pass though, would they? They need some more people.
Got it.
So some words to that effect, Gary.
Yeah, it rhymes with the ship's brake.
Yeah, honestly, but it
Was he a merchant one, Gary?
in essence, per se, it's not as neighbour because we live in a row with just 5 houses. Now we live here, and his house sort of like he lives in another row, but it's like over
Is it that
way.
Kevin who thinks he owns a place?
He does.
I said to him,
No,
"What's a glorious day today?" He went, "Hello."
It's just miserable. Bar stool. But yeah,
I made a day, Ian. I made a day of picking up some laminate flooring in the door. I did S25 for the laminate flooring, S12 for the door, and then I paid a visit to Jeanette. And I got back in time for Peter.
he did it to precision timing as well.
I was 30 minutes early on
Planned
the
his
first one,
route out.
an hour early on the second one, and then I walked Jeanette up. I think. No, Chris, I woke up.
No, yeah, it just gone for a nap. Don't worry about it,
If we're
Johnny.
going to do Johnny 5 for an hour, I better go and have a nap.
Anyway,
I don't mean in that way for anybody to comment.
yeah, that as well, Gary. All of the above. Well,
An L bend.
yeah, a bell.
L
Yeah.
bend.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to tell Gary a story. This is no word of a lie. It come.
Yeah.
We've all got allocated one parking spot. So there's 5 allocated bays, right, for the 5 houses that live here. But he thinks he's privileged, and that end spot right up very end nearest our house is his parking spot, right? So anyway, it comes. This was before we lived here, but Ivy next door told me it. Before we lived here, come round with clipboard and he says, "I'm on about having a disabled parking bay in that end spot. Do you object?" And everybody says, "Yeah." So nobody signed his thing to say that nobody signed it. They didn't want it, especially him in particularly. So, yeah. So that was that. So Ivy goes on holiday next door. Next thing you know, council's coming out and they're marking a disabled bay in this end spot, right? After everybody's objections. So at the time, Ivy's other neighbour, were an elderly lady. I mean, she's since passed on, bless her soul. But she rang Ivy and she says, "You're never going to guess what." I forgot what his name is. We just call him Twatty Bollocks.
Kevin or
Yeah. Anyway, so she rang Ivy and she says, "You're never going to guess what, Ivy." She says, "He's waited for you to go on holiday before, and he's had this disabled bay done anyway." Right. "I'll be back soon. Leave it with me." So Ivy comes back. She gets straight onto council. Next thing you know, they come out and they're burning it off at road. And Ivy stood at door like this. And he comes out, "What do you think you're doing?" Blah, 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 blah. He says, you've got this disabled bay under false pretenses. Your actual parking spot is on main road. So Ivy just stood there with arms folded, laughing her head off at him. She can't stand him. And he's probably had to pay, because it's £250 now if you want to park in bay specific to yourself. So he probably had to pay £250 to have it laid down or marked, and then he'd have to pay another £250 for him to come and burn it off. She was stood there laughing. And she just says, "Well, you know what they say, don't you? Calm as a bitch. You thought you were, being crafty and doing it while I were on holiday." She says, "Well, now I'm back. And it's going bye-byes." So there you go, Gary. That's what sort of fella he is. It's all right for him to park on grass as well.
This YouTube channel full of such stories.
Yeah, it's all right for him
about
to
people.
park on, because you see, we're surrounded by like all grass and trees and everything. It's all right for him to park on grass, but when it comes to anybody else, he reports them. So there you go.
Hypocritic steward of the bar.
Yeah. And a Kevin and a Ding Dong End all rolled into one. But yeah, nobody at all.
It's
No.
a YouTube channel in question.
I mean, we get on well with all his neighbours except him. He's the one person that nobody gets on with. But yeah, you see that's what I've got a blue badge shirt, Gary. And same as Chris says, if we got the money to pay to have that disabled marked as a disabled spot, we could do so, because I have got a blue badge, and the council issue you with a blue badge, so they know I've got a blue badge. But
I've just realised at 9:30 I ain't eating yet. Swedish meatballs.
ooh. But anyway, so yeah, he thinks it's the because he's old, he's more privileged than anybody else.
Jeanette's told me about him so many times. I couldn't wait for him to come.
Yeah,
parked
that's
next to me. He parked
Yeah.
next to me. And I just,
John even said hello to him.
all right, jolly with him, and I know he's a miserable old twat.
But it's
Well, how
Yeah.
do? What a glorious day today. They're like, how do? Miserable twat.
yeah. I mean, and that greeting, Johnny, says it all. He's right. Yeah, Victor Meldrew comes to
Oh, I was
mind.
sat in car here. Did you keep looking at
Make
from
some
the
help.
side of me to see if I was close to his car or not?
Well, it is, isn't it? Same as Chris, because he was just laughing because I said Victor Meldrew. And I says, well, it is on par with Victor Meldrew, isn't it?
Victor Meldrew were funny though. He didn't mean to be, I don't think. He totally stereotyped himself into a role that he just everybody,
It must have been his life's ambition, Johnny, to piss off, offend everybody, or you know what I mean. It's probably that mission in life that.
But
No,
that's
that's
actually bricked
that
up his
he's not
front
put
door.
down anybody who's better than
Bricked
him.
his front door up.
And I swear to God, he goes out in his garden waiting for that spot to become empty. Because as soon as anybody goes out that spot, he's out like a bloody whippy-tattaroo.
Won't mind if you think about it. He's not even on your street.
I know. No, where is that house, is, Johnny? On the top road, that's where he should park. Because there's like steps coming down, or like a pathway coming down directly
I bet
to.
for a while he did, but he pissed them off as well, probably.
But it's the same old adage. You don't want to walk. He thinks it's beneficial to him to park there, so we ain't got to walk.
I think Chris should get that camper van just to spite him.
I know that's exactly what Chris says. He says, "Well, he's good."
Whenever I'm at home, as soon as that space is free, I'm over it. It's staying there.
He says basically. He says,
extended and put your big camper van on it.
yeah, same as Chris says. He says, once I get my camper van, he says, when I'm not using it, he says it'll be in that end spot and it's staying there.
Just tell him you bought the land. He's not like that.
Cameras all the way around. So if he goes and keys it, like he has other two cars, he's going to get fucked 6 stars.
Well, we almost 90% that, because I mean Johnny's seen scratched down our side of our car, and Brian next door.
At my car's age, I'd have gone ape shit. It's not a repairable scratch. It not without a lot of work.
But unless you've got CCTV, Johnny, to back it up, then it's go nowhere. You know what I mean? We've all got us, you know, we're almost sure it were him.
Gone down to primer. It's gone down to primer.
Yeah, and Brian exactly same did by Brian's, but it seems funny, just them two cars, and they've gone all the way down side with a key, passenger side.
It's like something out of them fucking programs. Nightmare Neighbours.
I know. I'm going on Jeremy Kyle when he comes back. Thanks, Tim. But yeah.
More chance of Philip Schofield coming back.
But yeah.
Somebody's
honestly,
put off Waddy cast and swap their heads round for Rolf Harris.
Hey, talking of which, Waddy are coming to Sheffield. But the only original band member is the guy on drums.
I've met them all years ago. They opened the Viva Bingo.
I even went up on stage with them and all, Johnny. I've been to see him about a dozen times.
I spoke to him backstage because it were, well, I weren't there.
But yeah, the only original guy from Waddy is the drummer.
Yeah.
But because Chris was going
to,
Chris were going to take me, and I says, "Don't bother." I said, "It's what?"
You should rename it. Should Woody?
But yeah, only original one is drummer.
Like an Elvis tribute, but the only problem is he doesn't sound like Elvis.
But it's same as that, because Chris says, "Oh, do you want to go?" He says, "I'll treat you. I'll buy you a ticket." And I said, "No, it's not the same. Not when I seen them, you know, way back when. You know what I mean? It's just not same."
He's pretty much not the band anymore. If there's only
no. I mean, don't get me wrong. The drummer is absolutely outstanding out this world. You know what I mean?
Dress on the front and it's leaning up against the wall like that. So we're getting there. I thought about his sticker.
But anyway, same as I say, same as Johnny says, it's just not saying when only original drummer is the only original member. I mean, you think about it, Johnny.
Unless he's doing the vocals in any way. He's just
He must be
pointless.
in the 60s. You know what I mean? Can you imagine him hobbling on stage
Oh,
now?
it'll be on the 70s.
That's why it's on it. Drummer left, the only one who sat down. He's
But
the
I
one
can
with
remember
surviving men because he was sat down.
I'm going to say, I can remember going and seeing them. And while they went off for sort of like a, you know, change of costume or whatever, he'd do about a 5-10 minute set just to him. Honestly, he were outstanding as a drummer. So, but yeah, you see, it's just not saying, you know what I mean? Unless it's
No,
originals.
really.
But
I'm probably gonna eat all these, so I'll be burping meatballs earlier. I'm not drinking now. I've got to pick them lot up. Whenever I get, I'll probably get a call about 11.
But yeah, it's
Keena's with her cousin, so she won't be bothered.
so we got
Cousin Dior.
a night of peace and tranquility.
That wall wasn't done until they buggered off earlier. She said, "Well, I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you." I said, "Look, I can't be doing, you know, being awesomely creative, right? When you lot around."
But this is the thing. I mean, you know what I mean. You'd probably
I don't know if there's loads of people around. I prefer to just do it on your own.
And especially when it being a nice day as well. They'd be wanting to be outside, wouldn't they?
I put the top door in the middle of the circle today, so all the rubbish stayed in the circle and I'm just swept up afterwards.
You still got some wood to burn then, Johnny?
Oh, yeah. I'll have to take the laminate flooring to tip though, because that don't burn properly.
Honestly, Tim, I must have seen them at least a dozen times. I used to love Shwaddy Waddy. And I've actually been up on stage with him as well. And lead singer, Give Me a Kiss.
Mm.
So there you go, that's my claim to fame. But yeah. Is that just brown sauce, Johnny, or is it barbecue sauce or
Barbecue?
He's having a non-barbecue.
No, I just walked to myself. I feel a bit sicky, and then I realised I hadn't eaten yet.
But that's it.
Breakfast. I had breakfast, but I hadn't had any. Man, I don't to eat till now. Soon.
Yeah.
I think I burned that off earlier.
But that's it. I mean,
in the hole, out the hole, up the step.
It's you've got
It's
to
like
eat
stepping
regularly.
Something bit the back of my leg earlier though, and it wasn't Tracy.
There's a lot of them midges about, I know.
You wish.
Yeah, I've got a little lump up back of my leg. Something definitely bit me.
But
And every time I get to a bite, and it's a fucking insect. The only problem about having a wife that keeps breaking herself.
Oh, you're not far behind her, Johnny.
Come on.
Okay, then, Tim.
I've got my medication just right to function. Okay. Yeah.
But
Take a couple of ibuprofen to keep the swelling down in my back.
hi, Bria. How are you?
A couple of Tramadol. That keeps me trucking. Not all the time though, because it makes me feel sick.
You see, that I only have a Tramadol when I go to bed.
When they're
Because-
working, but when they're not, you feel like shit with them.
That is the only. How can I put it? You know, without Tramadol, I'd be tossing and turning all night. I don't know whether to put me legs here, there, everywhere, cross them.
I take one too late at night.
Tramadol nights.
As soon as I say, I just take the one at night time. But then again, sort of during night, I had to put some of that cream on my knees.
Hi, Whippy Sora. What's going on in here? It's all right,
Oh.
Gary. It's just a splinter.
In Johnny's case, anyway, it is.
It's a splinter.
Oh dear. But
I'm thinking in my head of that thing I'm going to build for you. I might have to build it in sections, bring it, and then put it together.
well, Chris will get and yeah, he'll land you at screws.
Well, I say,
Don't trust him to do hotels,
Yeah,
Johnny.
I say.
Chris, we'll go half on.
What's
We'll
in
go
that
half on.
corner, Johnny? What's for tea? Johnny's
Telling you something.
What?
We'll go halves on the crane to lower it into back cannon. I'll make it out of them posts out there. I might as well. I've just got to separate them.
As I say, I don't want a penthouse or anything. It's just a bog standard, like a shelter just for it. Same as you say, seats goes down, front thing.
Just buy a decent lock on the front, like you get on a container where the lock's on.
Yeah, we'll probably get what. And we got that. Still got that chain lock.
No. Well, I don't know where it is.
You see, Brian next door gave us a what we call a chain lock, and it were like real heavy duty, but Chris don't know where it is.
I've seen that for years.
It were heavy. It were heavy.
What colour do
You know, like when you've got a motorbike.
I've got green, dark oak, or what's that one called? You know the one that the planters are done in. I can't remember what that one's called.
It don't matter to me, Johnny. Don't matter. You could put, pink with blue spots on. So long as it has as me thing, it's out of there. We've got that room, passage back. Same as Chris says,
Yeah,
we're having double patio doors. Or I've got my ramp or ramps. So when we do need it,
can you access your back garden? Can you get up from the top? Can you get in?
Yeah. Well, you know where parking bays are. It's like a footpath, and it goes round, and it goes round to like a ginnel, as you call it, like a little.
Take it through the living room.
But yeah, what they call it, like a ginnel. It goes round. It only goes round.
Are you putting it against the wall?
Hey, yeah, it's in this corner. In this corner here.
Right, so I could do an L. Bolt it at wall.
But yeah.
I've got some raw bolts. We'll raw bolt it at wall. It won't ever move.
It's just basically to get it out this passage, because it takes up a lot of space.
Well, I'll make it flat on top as well, so you can use it for other stuff.
Oh yeah, same as Chris says. It like how can I put it? Like a bike shed, like a bike shed sort of thing. You know what I mean?
You know it's going to be on the industrial scale because I don't build anything small.
But yeah, I've got my thing. I can send you all dimensions.
Yeah.
I can.
I'll just take a picture up front and I'll look up the model number.
Well, that's it. Model 889 XLSBN. There you go.
No, you can send me a picture on Insta. You can Insta. Percy was having a good night in here last night. Look, there's a little can of gin there.
Oh dear.
But if I drink it right, I can't pick her up. I have never drunk drive ever, partner. My mum was involved in an accident years ago. She got hit by a drunk driver. I hate drink driver.
Yeah,
won't even have
that's
a drink.
that's
I
that's
won't
one
even
thing
have
that
half
Chris
a
will
beer.
never do,
I
Johnny.
won't even have half a beer. I won't even want to be pulled and now think that it's on my breath. I won't even want that, to be honest.
But yeah, that's
Don't
one.
do it.
That's one. It's like when he goes out with Joan, he not even drink night before. If he knows he's going out early next
Yeah.
morning.
So I don't realise, it's a privilege having a driving licence, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
The young kids these days, the idiots that screech around here. There's somebody who's got a Mark II Fiesta, like a silver and blue, and it's the right piece of shit, honest to God. And they put them stupid banger things on the exhaust. It sounds like it's backfiring every time.
Yeah.
Bean can.
There's quite a few round here got them and all, Johnny.
Yeah, right on
I can't see pointing them myself.
When people put narrow tyres on wide rims and stretch it, looks stupid.
No, it's a right. It's a right pile of crap.
It's like this. They've sort of. How can I put it? Oh, look at me! I've got a nice motor, and I've souped it up, and you know what I mean?
This one looks like it's been put together with fucking tin foil. It's right,
but yeah, there's one or two of them round here. And I know what Johnny means when it says it sounds like it's backfiring. And the exhaust is about that big.
Yep. 3-inch sort of bean can.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking to myself, well, it's only like any other car. It's got 4 wheels, it's got an engine and a steering wheel. You know what I mean? Just that some are a bit more powerful than others.
See, if I do it as a lean-to instead, if it's going against a wall, it'll make it easier.
It's only not against a wall, but it'd probably be going up against Ivy's fence. Baby, are you wanting it like up to fence? Because there's a fence.
All right, I'll just do it as a box then.
Hiya, Richard. How are you?
Hello, Rich lad.
Hi, Richard.
Oh, I've even.
You, Richard.
Don't die of shock. I've even decided what we're making next week.
You've already decided for me. I'm not joking.
Hey? No, I'm on about. Yeah. When I say, hey up, Johnny. You know me, I'd be about as much use as a chocolate fire guard trying to help you. So here's a screw.
We can't do that. We're both married.
So yeah, here's what we're making next week. Look.
To make it sound less sexual, Jeanette, right? Just say pass me a 60 mil. Or a 120.
How do I find where it says 60 mil, Johnny?
Wave it at me,
Take measure out.
Johnny say it's on Kim box.
It's about 2.5 inch.
Like I know what 2.5 inches.
That's what most at panellings do.
Take measure.
Yeah. I'd say me screws and nails. A screw's a screw and a nail's a nail.
The big screws are 120 mil.
Sugar dump do. I want a new one. But yeah.
Maybe don't mind his crafty little plug.
Crafty little plug. Hey up. I can better that one. Partners. It's 2 crafty little plugs.
We have something in this house. We're sharing one. Mine. Oh no, we've got more than one. I'm plugged into one now. But this
yeah.
How about 4?
My wife for wires.
Oh dear. Well, you see, that all come about because, can you remember I said my hob weren't working? And I said to Chris, there's something rattling inside it. So we bought some new plugs for, just in case it were connecting a canoed. That's where spare plugs has come from. And all
I
it
say-
were, you know, one
I
of the little
call it-
screws inside, it had come unscrewed. And it were rattling about inside
Honest
plug.
to God, Gary, it's a bloody old XR2, blue and this silver colour. It's a right piece of shit. Stuck with them stupid exhausts on it, them things you put on end.
I mean, it's a wannabe XR2. It's probably not a proper XR2.
Probably, oh, it's a proper.
It'll be only a popular.
Oh, dear. I found something on Facebook today, and I sent it Chris, and it pissed itself. Honestly,
Did he control P on his keyboard?
oh dear. And the caption is, "This is what happens when you fart in a smart car."
You know what that reminds me of?
Hey,
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Outspan Mini.
but yeah,
Is
Chris,
that the one
Chris,
that Thingy's got?
China's got one.
Yeah.
Chris thought it were hilarious,
Just a Mini underneath.
Car shows and that, doesn't it?
but
Yeah, it's a mini with a
Gary's
tattoo.
got it, yeah. Popular Plus, you're being generous.
If it's a body kit, Gary, they put it on with fucking blue tack. Honest to God, the paintwork's atrocious. I think they painted it.
Rattle can and some self tappers.
Yeah, the self tapper, the wing kit.
Oh, they might use a sort of double sided tape.
Yeah. Velcro so they can switch back to standard Fiesta when insurance companies.
you know what I mean? I've never understood. I'm gonna be.
I mean, does it do
not
the engine any good? But it sounds terrible.
Pardon me. Yeah, I've never understood the need for them to be souped up. You know what I mean?
Why don't you buy a performance model? That's what you should do if you want power bike. Buy the actual performance model.
You know what I mean? It's one of these things where, you know what I mean? I look at it this way. But this is like probably coming from a female perspective. So long as it gets you from A to B, you know, it's all legal. And yeah, you don't have any problems. You know, you can go wherever you want, blah, blah, blah. The reasons for it being souped up, you know what I mean? Because it don't get you there any faster. Well, in some cases it does, but
Thing is that we've got that Millionaires Road down at the bottom from us, and some of the cars that come up here, Lamborghinis, all that.
Hey, up. If you want to see
We're no good on a gravel road, but
Castleton in Derbyshire, right? We sat outside this cafe once, and
Okey-dokey,
honestly, okie dokie then, Amjad, I'm not kidding you. We sat outside this cafe and we're having a coffee, and Chris is going, "Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that!" You know, honestly,
I've got
you know,
lost bouncing off the window here.
like Johnny says, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsche, you know. Hi Pete, how are you? Honestly, every 5 minutes. So I don't know whether it's sort of like cruise the area to show off the posh cars, or whether they, you know, it's like a bit of a money area, but I don't know. You know, and we sat there having a coffee, and Chris is like, it's like a bird with big knockers walking past. Chris were going, "Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh." I went, "I'm here, you know."
Well, you can't blame him. He's got an ample wife. You are an ample wife in that department. You know what I mean? So,
But I'm just saying, Johnny, you know what I mean? It were like, it were like, you know, supermodellers just walked past. Yeah, and that's at Castleton in Derbyshire. What's the name of that thing again? And I always titter about it. Some at art, isn't it, baby?
Little John.
What's that?
That place in Castleton as you go down road. It's some arse it's called, isn't it? No. That caving
Oh,
thing.
Devil's Arse.
Devil's Arse. There's a place
Hang on,
called
Cliff
Devil's
Cavern.
Arse. Yeah. And I drove past it one day and I said to Chris, did I just read that right? So he says, wow, what did you see? I says, the recite at Devil's Arse.
Yeah, every
He went,
time
yeah.
I see wet,
Right,
every
never
time I
mind that.
see
There's a place.
town of
There's a place
Wetline,
called
I have to
Crystal
pull up and check.
Peaks.
Crystal Peaks is just down the road from us.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Devil's Arse it was called. And it like
Right there,
it's not
every time I
it's
drive
not
through
his name.
Wetline, I have to pull up and check.
Yeah, Johnny, it was funny the first time.
But yeah.
There's also a Dick Lane in Wakefield.
I couldn't believe it. Devil's Arse it were called. If anybody's been to Castleton, they know what I'm talking about. But I forget what it's called.
I thought you meant shit house. I thought you were talking about Castleford.
Can you imagine somebody saying to the neighbour, I'm going up Devil's Arse this afternoon?
Isn't that called the Sainsbury's car park?
Oh dear, I'm just looking for it so I can put
Right, Castleton on map.
The Devil's arsehole. Oh dear.
honestly.
Has it got a flaming crack?
The proper name for it is actually Peak Cavern, but its nickname is the Devil's Arse.
You know that's about when I jokingly said she'd be ringing up at 11. It's 10 now.
Apparently,
I've
they
got
do
it.
concerts and everything there. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted. I'm trying to get link for you. But I've got Circle of Death. They do concerting events, Speedwell Cavern, school and group visits. Right, I've got it for you now. I'll put the link in. Take a look at it, and yeah,
There's a Blue John Cavern as well.
it's called Peak Caverns or something. But then in brackets it says Devil's Arse. But yeah. Did somebody mention arse? But yeah.
Because it stinks.
How we doing?
Hiya, Richard.
How's it going?
Yeah, Richard. We both look like we're in the same dark room.
Hello.
It's not been to Sainsbury's tonight, it's been to Spa, so he's been in a different
Mine
dog
have got
spot.
and there's 3 lamps in here.
But yeah. I mean, the actual, you know, it's Peak Cavern, but they've sort of aptly named it Devil's Arse. I don't know why, obviously.
Told you I'm
But-
burping bloody meatballs. I've just done one now. Tim, and how do you feel?
But yeah, Chris loves going there with drone. But it's like
Where's
on Castleton.
that? Oh, yeah.
No, they haven't even got leaded windows in that shed.
And he's bought brand new blinds for them, Richard.
Bloody
Watch
hell.
what this window does as well. Watch. Do that.
Pete says it's
Double
too
glazing.
quick to look round Devil's Arse.
Bloody hell.
That's like droning.
So I'll just drop the plug.
Apparently, they do concerts and all sorts there. They take tours and whippy sore off.
Yeah, I've got blinds to fit, but I've just got to do the ceiling first. When the ceiling's done, I'll fit the blinds.
Have you been there, Richard?
What, up Devil's ass? No.
I like Castleton.
Oh, no. No, Castleton, where that's that Leeds way, somewhere around there, that. Is that
It's in Derbyshire. It's classed as Derbyshire.
No, I'm thinking Castleford.
There's a lot of peaks and caverns, and there's actually a shop in the main main thing, Blue John Mine.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically where
Up the road.
Devil's Arse is. It's
I've heard
the
of
Blue
that.
John
Blue John
Mine.
Mine. I went there on a school trip.
The Blue John Mines are at Castleton. Is
So
this?
did I.
No,
I went to school trip.
that's something. They're totally different, Pete. Because I was just saying they've actually got a shop, like knick-knack shop. You know what I mean? Stuff what they've mined from the
Souvenir
Blue
shop.
John Mines that they've sort of created, like jewellery and things like that.
I can remember going there because they had a fake lift. You got it lift and it vibrated and moved a bit, and you could see the bricks going past the window, but they were on a rubber roll. I kept seeing the same brick going past, and I figured out.
I recognise that brick. I went past it
Yeah.
about 2
And then
minutes
they let
ago.
you out a different door of the lift, you see, and you were underground.
We're going to hear this block of
You
flats.
didn't actually
I hear
go
them.
down below, sort of thing. That's the only thing I can remember about that place.
But yeah, actually, Castleton, there is a lot of caverns and whatever, you know what I mean, them sort of things. But yeah, there's still the Blue John Caverns, but this Devil's Arse is something else, you know, similar, I suppose. But
Yeah, the only thing I've got to suss is how I'm going to make this window do what it can do with the blind there. So I think I'm going to have to put a wider shelf at the top. So when it pulls down, it's not.
well, I keep saying that about, you know, this curtain pole in here, because we're on about buying a new curtain pole. But I says to Chris, to make it stronger, put like a plinth across top of the door.
Yeah, batten it, because when you plaster walls, you end up with just bloody balls in your walls, and you can't.
But yeah, it's just two end bits. You know, it's keep bunging it in the same mold.
Pound shop, couple of screws in, board done. Yo,
Well, that's what I said to Chris.
Can't get hold of it.
That's what I says to Chris. I says, if you didn't want to buy the whole pole, I says, why don't you just buy a long piece of wood, measure it, go to wherever, get like a little thin plinth, put that on top of patio doors, and then actually put the curtain pole on there. Hi, Kath. How are you?
Tell Tracy I've
About-
messaged him.
They talking about Devil's Arse, and Kath comes in. Sorry, Kath. I'm only joking.
Right,
Got Devil on the morning.
Yeah, we're talking about Blue John Caverns and Devil's Arse in Castleton.
We have a Devil's Elbow over here, but that's
If Tracy watching, look.
Devil's Elbow. That's about it.
But the thing is, I mean, it
Oh,
must look like an arse, otherwise they wouldn't nickname it Devil's Arse, would they?
Probably an arse to get out of once
Oh,
you've
I
gone
found some
there.
more.
Probably just like an arse-shaped hole in, you know. I think I would have spent night there.
It looks all right, that, Johnny. I think I'm going to move in. Are you doing it as an Airbnb? How you put it on as an Airbnb?
Yeah. So, where Tracy says you turn it into an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Not if Tracy's got out to do it.
Oh, is that a settee you sat on as well?
It's a sofa bed.
It looks like it's come from the what do we call that show? Bloody hell!
It's really nice. It's really nice one. Solid, alright.
Ah,
It goes out into a double bed, and then I've got a little chocolate leather chair here.
it's that settee you sat on. Them shapes remind me of a quiz show that they used to have to go across and make words.
Call them bucket chairs,
What do
don't they?
that quiz show?
Yeah. Yeah,
The design there, that hexagons.
Even Tracy's sort of done the interior. He's got a clock up there. Look, he's got a mirror behind him.
There's a picture of a mum there.
Flipping hell,
Oh,
look at
see,
this.
you
This. Good grief.
I know.
Bring it out,
And
John.
blind.
I've got the
and all.
blinds, Richard. I've just got to do
Oh,
the
wow.
ceiling. Once I paint the ceiling, I've got new blinds to put up as well.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said boulders by the cabin entrance would look like the devil's chalfonts. And you need like a bit of moss each side, and it'll be, you know, airy arse.
The only
What
thing
do they
that
call
pissed
that
me off
good
is the
show with the
crack in this.
Mexicans on?
There's a crack in this.
Oh
That's it,
yeah,
it's
we
out.
in which specs on. Can I have a pea, please, Bob?
That's it. What would they call that quiz show?
Blockbusters.
Blockbusters, that's it. Blockbusters.
Dun, 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 that's it.
Oh, bonus.
That
That
shirt on that
That's
settee
him.
reminded me of Johnny's settee, the Mexicans.
The little
But yeah, that's
bumblebees,
down to
it's
Tracy, the interior design.
It's a
gone
blockbuster
with a
settee.
bee theme.
It's got beats.
Hi,
in it.
Anthony. How are you?
Have a
It's
bit
really
of please,
comfy though,
Bob.
Richard. It's comfy. It's a comfy chair.
Oh, look,
Got a
even
50
cushions
quid.
has got bees on it. Yeah,
If you like
that's
bees.
good.
50
50
quid.
quid.
It was £300 last year. It was in the spare room at this. The guy had never carried. It was so posh you could tell he'd never carried furniture before. He tripped over himself going out the door. And then he went, "Hey, how are we going to get it down the back in the walls? Just fucking turn it around." He's trying to put it over his head. What is he doing?
Yeah, Gary
Probably
says
hire
you've got
somebody to move his furniture.
Gary says you've got it kitted out good, Johnny. Love the floating shelf above the pallet wall. Yeah.
I
Trace-
got that
Trace
for
is
a
even-
fiver earlier from that. Got it for £5 earlier. It's brand new. I got
But
Gumtree notifications for my area, you see, so I'll just get.
so when there's any bargains coming, yeah, bing.
Oh. Richard, having that trailer is very handy.
Bloody
Just
sure.
boom, you're off.
DJ Twinny is Anthony, by the way.
And it's got a H on it. I had 4 metre long
I am
posts
today.
strapped to the back of that coming home.
But
Could have
yeah,
clicked a bridge.
Yeah.
oh dear.
You know, Anthony's been on
I'm a
YouTube. He appeared in a,
See, my
a
rap with no
Slotty Vlogs
feet in
video.
the van.
Did you see on
Richard,
thing?
I
I forget where it were. This railway bridge, they were moaning about it only being 3 foot tall, and most Arctic lorries is, yeah,
3 foot. There
Can't
won't be
tell
so much gets
Tracy,
under
I
it at 3
messaged
foot.
her and she
not
hasn't
3 foot,
replied.
3. I don't know.
3 meters maybe.
I'll have a look. It come up on Google. Get where it were now.
Oh, I'm not painting the bottom ones, Gary, but I have to do seal. It's too many different colours.
It'd be one of these bridges down south, these heritage
like
railways, because they don't have to have signs on them. These heritage railways, they're not governed by Rail Tracker out, so they don't have to, Network Rail, sorry, they don't have to put signs on them, so there's people getting stuck under them all the time.
Yeah, this is
no
what
way.
make it. This what make it new was son lived with mum's corpse for 6 years in 6 schemes to cash in a pension. What the heck?
Oh, fire.
Oh, me.
He must have been eyed up.
Did you know, Philip? I'm going to keep saying that. Don't you do it?
What do you do? You put it in
I
a
always
chest
do
freezer,
that with
isn't it?
nothing a bit dodgy.
God knows, Richard. That is it now.
Wouldn't have been so bloody much left of her otherwise. Not in 6 years. Oh, fire.
Yeah, oh dear.
That's like.
No, I'm not making a box for that.
Looks nice, that Johnny. Got a nice view out there, a nice blue sky.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
What?
That's one box I won't build.
It got me desperate though to live with a corpse for 6 years.
Cozy out there tonight. I'm definitely going to have to sort some heating out in here, but I'm not having them blow heaters. They're too expensive. I'll probably get
Put a wood burner in.
suggesting when I'm oily.
Put a wood burner in it.
It's made of wood, Richard.
Yeah, I know, but you can still put a wood burner in it.
Oh no, I could, but no, you're all right.
You've got wood burners on canal boats and all that business and all that.
No, no, they do. My mate's got a canal boat. He's doing it out. It is a right bag of shit of a.
If you decide you're going to put one in, I have just the thing for you. I have a gas bottle with a chimney that's about 9 foot on it.
Pete says he lived with a corpse with
One of them
great
oil
years.
heaters on wheel. One of them oil
This
heaters.
bridge that we're talking about is in Doncaster, nonetheless.
Ah.
There's all sorts of wood in this, Gary. All different colours. Oh, thanks. All different colours. All the way down.
Barnby Dun Road in Doncaster.
Stripping, Richard.
Yeah.
Peter
Top
says
part there
it's
is fencing.
after her flowers, so he sent
That's
her a
all
wreath.
fencing, that top part.
Oh
That's
dear.
fencing. If you notice, it's all different stained colours. That's the backup fencing. There beams there
Oh,
have
dear.
curves to them though, because they're off a decking thing.
Hi, Ali, how are you?
It's literally everything.
But yeah.
Sure about the insulation, but that just disintegrates.
Did you ever come close to getting stuck under a bridge, Richard, when you were?
Loads of times. Loads. Down south, you see, with all these heritage railways, they don't have to put signs up on. And you just come round the corner and there it is in front of your bridge. And you haven't a clue how high it is, so you just drive under it and just creep. And if you contact with it, you have to reverse out and find another way. And everybody swears at you and calls you and just ignore them.
I also seen a picture of a lorry in like a city centre, and like sort of like skiwiff like that, and back trailer wedged like between two shops. I'm thinking, how did it get that in there?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
Yeah. I mean, some of mine. Usually when they're delivering to shops.
Apparently, it took him about 2 hours to manoeuvre it out.
Oh, I mean, people who plan these deliveries don't think, you know what I mean? They'll just
Yeah.
send
It's
them
that bit there because
It were, I forget, it were electrical firm or something. I forget where it were now.
and they just say, "Oh, drop that
Yeah,
pallet
that's
off
it.
there," you know, and you get there and it's down a little
You know,
side
this bit
street,
here,
and you have to
I
wrestle
haven't
down.
finished it
Yeah.
yet because I'm putting little shelves that go up it.
Ah,
The-
I know
the-
what you mean, like just little
shelves
squares.
that go. Yeah, I've already put one in and it's got the little lamp on it. Look.
Ooh. Yeah,
Measure it up and mark it so that they're equal going all the way up, and then she can put little ornaments and stuff on. She's
Pete
got ornaments all
says
over
his,
it in place.
his missus asked for an animal skin coat, so I sent her a donkey jacket.
I might put a few
dear.
corner shelves up as well.
Ooh.
I've got yacht varnish, Richard. It's going to shine the wood in here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to shine.
It'd be like home
Right,
from
thick
home.
yacht varnish.
Home from home, bath and piano.
Chris says all you need now is like a shower room and toilet and whatever. And Johnny says, yeah, he says that can be extension.
Richard,
I know
Got an
one
organ
first
in-
thing I
got
have
an
in there
organ
is a
in
big
part.
telly on wall.
Richard, I've got a proper big organ.
Have you?
In-
Bloody hell, don't be bragging. Stop bragging.
You might want to reword that one, Johnny.
All right.
Musical organ,
I've got a proper big
you know.
organ.
that kind of organ.
You need to get a big telly
I've
on
been
wall.
prodding in the porch.
Gary says tea coil's good to use.
I've got a
And
bit.
Gary
of
says
everything.
he likes
I've got all that in there.
recycling stuff himself.
Well, I've got a sander Gary that's got the Uber attachment thing on it. When I do the light sanding in here before I varnish it all, I'm going to use that machine. It's only like a handheld thing. I just go out with it, but it attaches to a Hoover.
So it picks all your dust up afterwards.
There's your bridge, Jeanette. Look,
Taste
no
of it. Is that,
sign.
that doesn't half look like that one going
No
to
sign on it. That's your bridge on Barnaby Dunn Road. Look at it.
That's the one that caused delays because
With the height
the
marker
lorry
on
got
that.
stuck underneath it.
No height or anything.
There's one. I don't know if you've ever been, Richard. There's one in Pudsey where there's two tracks, bridges right close to each other. One looks higher up than the other, so when trucks get through, they realise that the next one along is fucking lower down.
Yeah.
Listen, I've heard it screeched, and noise at truck getting stuck.
But you automatically think, Johnny, that if you can get around at first one, you know, you surely to God go around at the second.
But like that, though, no, Jeanette, on a hill like that coming out of Pudsey.
I mean, the signs that are on always allow a bit. You know what I mean? They're not bang on.
Where
You know, they always allow a
Stanley
bit.
Road Morrison's is.
But
It's a
the
nightmare.
problem is what they don't take into
Clock's
consideration.
burner as well.
They
You need a good
resurface
handbrake.
Stuff like that, and that
Coming
can
out of it,
alter
you need a
it,
good handbrake. It's like that.
you know.
The resurface it, yeah, because
Yeah,
obviously
that
they don't
alters
take
it. If it-
underlying tar up first. You just
I mean,
put-
normally they scrape it up with one of these planes, but sometimes they just throw that like wet stuff on and then them chippings on, don't they? And great
Yeah.
chippings. Keep doing that for a few years, that's going to affect it. But
yeah,
Well, yeah, they just like spray it with tar, don't they, and shove
yeah,
stone chips on it. So that'll knock
I've-
it
I've-
out.
but this is the
I've-
thing,
I've-
and I'm going to sort of pardon the pun, but that few inches makes a lot of difference when you're a truck driver.
all
Is that
right.
what she
Back
said?
in a minute, Jeanette. Want some plants? It's good for them.
Okie dokie. In other words,
I'm
Johnny,
gonna
you're going to siphon the
No.
python.
I'm going to use the proper facility. You know what I mean?
I can only presume that bridge that's on there that I showed you, there must
Needs
be
a
a
big
sign.
glue bucket.
There must be a sign further down the road or something, you know, because there's no top bridge.
It's probably error on truck driver's part. He didn't gauge it well enough, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, you shouldn't get yourself trapped underneath it. You know, you go up to it and you just drive up and stick your head out your window and have a look to see what's going on. And if
That's
you're going to
it.
touch it, you're going to touch it. If you don't do any damage, if you just tickle it, and then you reverse it away. You know what I mean?
Is he me
You're not doing
kicking
any
it?
damage.
Doing things.
Yeah. Hi, Raphael. How are you?
There's things that drive up at high speed and just don't think, because what they've done is swap wagons, they swap trailers, and when you swap trailer, you're supposed to alter the height marker in the cab, and a lot of them don't. They'll just dive in, won't think about it, drive off, look up, 14.3. Oh, I get under there, forget they've swapped trailer, snap, and forget they've picked up a double deck trailer or something, which is 17 foot, wallop.
But what has everybody been doing on this bank holiday? Me, jack shit.
Damn same.
This is, yeah. I come up with a brainwave. It's bacon related, but I buy these sugar crystals from Asda, and it's like a little farting thing like that, and they're about £1, right? So I tried an experiment yesterday, but I tried it with caster sugar. Nah, it didn't work all that good. So I says to Chris today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cup full of golden caster sugar in a bag, for a bit of food colouring in it, and I'm going to do my own. So yeah, so I'm now into making my own sugar crystals.
All right.
So there you go. See, tomorrow's recipe, well, it calls for freeze-dried strawberries, and I thought, well, why? Yeah, it's not something that you use every day. I'll use my pink sugar crystals, and I thought, well, I've only got pink. Preferably, I could do using red ones. So hence the start of the experiment. But I did find, because caster sugar is a lot finer than granulated sugar, it takes forever and a day to get the right consistency, the right colour, etc. So I says to Chris, I says, I've got some golden caster sugar. I says, I'm going to do an experiment tomorrow. And the thing is, you put this colouring in, you put it in like a Ziploc bag, shake it all about, and it colours the sugar. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm probably going to try.
Pardon me. Bloody hell.
Fresh off the washing line.
But yeah, so that's my next endeavour. Just trying an experiment out with oh.
Well, I've got enough wood to. I could start a fire now and be here
Harry
tomorrow.
says he's been chopping logs.
I've just walked in from the other side and it's all lit up with all lights on outside. It looks. I love it.
So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do first thing in the morning.
But I had to get it in this corner.
See, bacon related, Johnny. You know, I'm your woman, but yeah, DIY and yeah. Richard doing a Tim got your number.
What is it, Tim? Is he?
Yeah, but only thing is, Richard's not kinky like Tim and into whips and chains and.
I'm not into whips. Look at that. Well, we've already done the whip discussion last night. No new whips.
Only you've got the love bus.
Yo, Brittany.
Yeah, exactly. The love bus is far more, you know,
Softer.
I would imagine it's less painful than a whip.
Yeah.
That way.
But yeah. But yeah, it's
It makes me think of that Devo song.
That one song.
Devo.
I bet Anthony didn't know that about his brother.
These guys.
All right. Well, who they are. I must
There's
have
a song called Whip It.
And you whip it.
Whip
Oh,
it. I'll whip it. All right.
Whip it good.
Well, they've got
Yeah,
white lampshades on their aids. Hey, look at that. There's a match. If I look at them on the picture, then look on the above it, Johnny, same colour as Johnny's hat.
You know, either plant pots or lampshades on the
I
red.
haven't put any heat. There's no heating in here yet. And my
Oh,
light
you
bulbs
need
are LED, so there's no heat up.
You need to get a wood burner in there.
I'm surprised I got double glazing in
There
it
you
yet.
go.
Yeah,
It's double glazed.
Yeah, it's got double glazing.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
double
Them
glazed.
windows are double glazed.
I got the windows free, the door were free, the laminate flooring were 30 quid. The felt for the roof was about 50 quid.
Even Pete's
I've-
pouring a
I've
question
put
mark. You
thousands through
mean to tell me, Pete, you've never heard of Devo and Whip It?
Oh, I've never heard of them.
It cost
Now
me
I've
about
seen the
400
picture,
quid
I've seen that
altogether,
picture
Richard.
before.
Start
That's
to
what?
finish, about £400 this has cost.
Oh, that's good.
That's everything.
Yeah, and you were looking such as B&Q and places like that. They want over £2,000.
And I've got big things of paint in there, all new, and I've got all dust sheets to put down to do.
DJ Twinny will know who Devo is and Whip It.
I'm going to keep the wood on the ceiling.
stone
The
flag up
framework's going
for
to
it, and
stay
I'll
wood
give you a
colour,
gas
but the
bottle.
beams inside are going to be
Like
white.
that.
Yeah.
You can have
Brighten
that.
it up a
I've
bit,
got a
yeah.
gas bottle with a right big long chimney on it.
He's got one outside. He's turned
Yeah,
it
but
into a wood
Not
burner.
that way.
Yeah, well, that's what mine is. With a door on it and a big. I put an extension chimney on because when I used to light it at
You
home,
did
when
have
I
a door
lived
in it,
at
I cut
home,
it out.
the
I've got a
smoke.
welder, Richard. I have a
Get
welder.
rid of the smoke.
He sandwiched two gas
brilliant,
bottles
but-
together, and basically chimney on top one, and like cut a hole out at bottom one.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got strawberries growing at bottom one. Jeanette. The
You've got-
strawberries growing at bottom one.
What? Gas
The bottom
bottle?
hole's got strawberries in it.
No!
And I've got a what is it? A pizza thing as well. You can have if you want.
Are they actually American partners? It's
Yeah.
Pete says the Devolution band from Ohio, USA.
Yeah, they're from Akron, Ohio.
Ooh, I always thought they were an English band, to be honest with you.
Well-
I could tell everybody's been mowing the lawns and whatever. My nose is drizzling. Hey,
You
Pete.
somehow,
Grizzling, Jeanette.
you somehow send me your address, Johnny. I'll put them all on a pallet next week when I'm back at work, and they'll turn up at your place. 'Cause I have a pizza oven, a Herbie Marcus pizza oven, and that gas bottle with bloody big chimney on it.
Ooh.
Right, hang on, this is it. Let the security light go out first.
They're rusting away in my ex back garden now at the moment.
Well,
that'd be
if
cool.
anybody can make use of them, Johnny can.
Hold it up. Give it rabbit.
So
Up
we're
his lip.
right.
I'm going to say that's Snowflake's penthouse all lit up.
Bloody hell.
That's Rabbit.
You're gonna
He's
be
on about making a smaller version at Summer House for Rabbit.
on fire.
It's there. There's it.
You have to watch neighbours complaining that you haven't got planning permission out.
I'm surprised dog ain't got a dog house.
It's only a shed.
It's only a
It's
shed.
not 4 meters anyway. It's not 4
It says
meters.
it's only a shed.
Posh shed.
No, I don't.
I
I've
was
got
gonna
neighbours that
say,
don't give a shit, Richard.
Classify just the shed.
They party
You
in
know
their
what I mean?
gowns
How
till
many
4 o'clock in the
people
morning.
that's got a shed have got like laminate flooring and, you know, blinds at the windows and, yeah, it's
Yeah, I
not
had
just
phone
a
call.
shed, Johnny. But yeah, I think everybody were bought up on
No.
Devo. I bet that's your Tracy.
Get out of our summer house now.
Get out of my bloody shed.
No, Johnny put a bet. Well, he didn't put a bet on, but he says about 11 o'clock. But I bet any money it's Tracy. Half an hour early. Be telling your brother Tim how you like whips and chains.
Yeah, he's into that. All that
Yeah,
business.
being tied up. Not that I'm talking out of turn or anything, but yeah.
What's the expression? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but Wayne's chips excite me.
There you go. That's Tim saying that is. What are you eating now, partners?
Posh crisps.
Posh crisps.
One stop crisps.
Aldi.
I called in a local one stop when I were out and about.
The cryptos, but yeah, Tim's very naughty. Time did you get back then, partners?
Just after 9. Or just, no, after 8, about 8:15. 8:15. Oh, going over Friday was a nightmare.
I bet. Everybody in his mother and dog.
M62 were at a crawl, and there was a section at A64. There were roadworks right at a set of traffic lights, so the traffic lights on, put temporary lights on.
Yeah,
Nightmare.
it would be on Friday because all kids has broke up from school.
Yeah.
It's like a extra long weekend, you know.
Yep.
Bank holiday, so yeah, everybody and the mother and the dog.
Right, I'm going to go get a Jeanette.
Oh, okie dokie, then you were wrong, Johnny. You said about 11.
I won't be long though. I'm coming back.
Okie dokie, then no worries. Links
I'll
there
drop
when
out
you
of
want.
it though, in case you get a full
If you want
panel up.
to jump, yeah, if you want to jump back on.
I might drive you over there. I'll show you how I flash my headlights, Richard.
Yeah.
Johnny's going to show me how it's done, Richard.
Oh, I like to do that.
Full beam, let's have a flash, full beam.
There's a code. You've got to know the code.
I'll log in on my phone in car. I'll take you for a
Okay,
spin at
then,
least.
Johnny.
You've got to
Right,
know the
don't worry.
code. You have the flashing code.
Oh, dear.
Just hello to Mummy.
But yeah.
I went in Spar tonight, and there's a Spar just near me, and I never go in it. And I thought, well, I'll just nip in that Spar, and what a good shop it is. Bloody hell. It's everything.
So no more Sainsbury's, Richard. You know,
I just couldn't believe it. They've got like a deli counter with hot food and all that business and all hot stuff on the go.
ooh.
Chicken and sandwiches and burgers and stuff. And, you know, bloody hell, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It's the first time
Did you wonder why you'd never been in there before?
I drive past it every single day, but I've just never ever gone in. And I thought tonight, oh, I'll just nip in that Spar because I went past Tesco and there were nowhere to park because there's a little Tesco as well, and it's local, but there's only about 5 spaces outside. Well, they were bunged up with people looking for prostitutes. That's their area. That's like the red light district where Tesco's is. So I couldn't park there.
I'm just going to Asda tomorrow.
I'll never go in Asda. Not because I'm against Asda, it's just not convenient for me.
But you know how I said I were making this orange custard slice? I'm sort of cheating a little bit because you put orange zest in it, and normally you juice them. I'm getting like juice, proper juice. Can't be asked it. I've just got one of them bog standard juicers with like a thing round, you know, when you just a lot of. So anyway, so I'm gonna use, carton of orange juice.
Since it were took over though, Asda has gone more expensive, and that the
Hey, I tell you something, Richard. Right,
one.
Richard. You know I have my Asda delivered, right?
Yeah.
And I went on today. This has price dropped. And to the original quote, it was £6 less than what I'd. Yeah. To the price for it.
Double delivery charges, so you end up paying more.
Well, no, because you have to be crafty, partners.
Oh,
You have
yes.
You have to scroll down to a time when it's a lot cheaper, because there's certain times that are a lot cheaper. So yeah,
that's just being savvy.
But you see that's yeah, you know what I mean. That's one. It don't matter to us what time a shopping's delivered, because one or both of us or all three of us are always here. So
No, 4 of you.
well,
Can't
yeah. I'll tell you something. As soon as it coming through the door, Biscuit would be eating it if he had how to do it. But anyway, same as I say, you've got to be same as you says, savvy and scroll down. You know what I mean? I find that like between 2 and 4 or 2 and 7, that tends to be a lot cheaper. So I just scroll down, I click that, and jobs are good in. I think I got my delivery for £2.
That's not so bad.
So it's not a bad price to have unpick your shopping.
I know at the moment the petrol stations are dearer than the normal roadside petrol stations at the moment. Around Blackburn, it's, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what's cheapest for fuel. Costco.
Mate, can you see me?
Oh, it's on the road.
That's on his driveway, by the way. I'll do a what's it? Yeah, it's just backing out his driveway onto main
Let's
road.
move forwards. Once he's got a rear
Well,
cam,
backing out, driving out, it's still on his
no,
drive.
going forward.
I'm forward. I'm not touching anything, so. Okay.
So is it true then, Anthony, that there's
To the
a
left.
good twin and an evil twin?
Oh, he's doing the U. Oh, we lost it.
Probably got switched to mobile data. Gary says he got diesel £1.36 a litre on Friday.
Cheap. That's bloody
Well,
cheap.
since it just left my internet.
I can get it's cheaper at Costco.
Yeah, where's Costco?
Just type in Costco on Google and there should be one near you.
Can't say. I don't think there's a Costco one near me.
There is us just out Parkway.
There's one in
I mean,
Manchester.
It's not worth
It's,
driving to Manchester for me. It's like 30
Like
miles away.
when
from-
Partners came here, they were going to Towshore, and he says, "On way
Yeah.
back," he says, "I'm going into Costco to get some petrol."
Yeah, if you're passing, it's worthwhile. If you're in the area, it's worthwhile.
But that's it.
That's really cheap. Is that 136? That's cheaper than we get on our fuel cards. We get 142.
I got any Americans in so I can freak him out.
Yeah, Gary says it's cheaper than petrol at the moment.
That's very unusual.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't believe it. When
4.9 for diesel.
I went on to my online order because up until sort of like 10 o'clock before you can amend your order, I thought, well, with that, I need some oranges and I needed some orange juice. So I went on and yeah, this has been reduced in price. This has been reduced in price. This has been reduced in price. And yeah, my shopping were like £6 dearer.
I just realised something. I forgot to get the microwave.
What?
I'm taking her a microwave and an air fryer. I forgot to get them.
Oh, well.
All right. I know my area. At least I didn't go miles and then forget.
Well, that's it. Yeah. DJ Twitty says, I'm a little angel, and Tim says, pull the other one, bro, it's got bells on.
Yeah, you got burps on, Tim.
Well, I mean, like the tales that Tim's told us about his shenanigans, yeah. No, he hadn't said out how to turn, Anthony. So,
Back in a second with a microwave and an air fryer.
it's just, yeah. It's a good job he hadn't got all that far, but it's just gone down to thing roundabout and come back. And then gone roundabout and come back.
I didn't get as far as the roundabout. Just turned round.
I'm going to say, because I know he lives on it like a dual carriageway, doesn't he? He knows, bro.
Bro. I've still not done it up.
Right.
Well, I've done it, but I've done.
I know where it is.
He's had it printed. He's got it in a frame. He just needs to paste it off. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's same as I said to Chris today. It's about time that things started coming down. I've frozen. What's gone off here? Everybody's frozen.
We are.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Everybody's shaking their head, but we're all okay.
Yeah. No, what? Why?
Yeah, I think generally fuel has come down quite a lot over the past few weeks.
So yeah, I mean, our mayors on one price, and then you click continue, and it dropped down £6 just by unreducing price of this just a few items.
Can you remember when everybody kicked off when it went to £1 a litre, and all farmers blockaded places?
Oh yeah. Oh, that was 20 years ago. That
was £1 a litre.
Well, it went up to about nearly a £5, didn't it?
No, it's been up to
just over £2 a litre.
I don't know, because I'm petrol, you see, so I ain't sort of took notice that diesel prices. Is that to do with you turn, Joel? Because it's meant to be taking a microwave and an air fryer to where he's going. He likes that sort of thing.
Round 2.
Try again.
First one were a false start.
Yeah. All right then. Let's go.
But if you're still there, bro, we're making. Originally we bought a smaller one. I think it were a 2-litre one, and it were only a small. It were only a small air fryer, just to see how we got on with it. And Chris thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. So we actually bought I don't know, it was 10 litre or 11, the one with shelves in and rotisserie thing in middle.
Bloody good at them air fryers, really are.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Chris thinks the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Do everything in it.
Johnny Frozen again. Looks like it.
I put everything in.
Yeah, we do, Richard. Even only thing we don't do in it is chicken, because we get a big chicken, so it's a bit of a squeeze to squeeze the chicken into
I put
it.
bread in mine, and it toasts it beautifully. Bread.
You get some of them like air ovens, your rotisserie, so it can.
Yeah, I tell you what, we looked at Park Nest. It's like a drum that you actually fit to rotisserie part of it.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're cooking chips, or when I mean chips like from scratch, chipped potatoes. You just put them in one of these. It's like a drum, and as it's cooking, it rotates it. You just put them in there, spray them with a bit of oil, and it rotates them and cooks them lovely. So if you're still about, bro, or if you're still watching, that's what we're making next week. I've decided orange squares.
I got mine from Argos for £60.
Let's go to Motorway Junction now.
Week
I
after
passed
I
over that
bought the
junction.
bloody thing, they were in flipping Lidl for £20 less. I couldn't believe it.
I know.
$39.99 in Lidl, and I paid £60 in Argos.
But that one that we bought, the 10-in-1, it were about £100.
I can bloody hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, good.
Well, those are traffic lights and that roundabout for it this time of night. Bloody hell.
Nobody else on road, is there?
Motorway Junction.
Yeah, but what's the traffic lights then?
What?
Temporary
I've got it all to myself.
Oh,
Electric.
Look who was there. He went out, straight back. He didn't even get up at the doorstep.
I mean, you can expect that at this time of night, Joel. It's not overly busy at this time of night.
Quiet at this time of night.
I just can't sit points on roundabouts why they've got lights at this time of night. You know what I mean?
No, because that's all the links to the motorways each way.
The ones we have on motorway here after 6 o'clock, they switch off. You know what I mean?
What?
I think he wanted to go.
I don't drive slow, by the way, Richard.
It's not in Johnny's vocabulary to drive slow.
No.
I don't trundle. She does all right for an old girl.
Gary wants to know if you hunt for pallets. Would you pick the missus up, Gary?
I think I'm a bit palleted up to the ass, to be honest.
It's palleted out. If you're wondering what that noise is, it's Biscuit. Chris has taken him out.
What it is, yeah, it's worth doing because you get the wood for free, but there's so much wastage.
That's
But
it.
it's free, so
Well, it's so fodder for your burner, isn't it, Johnny? Yeah, he's saying, Dad, get the lead on. I want to go out. Joel says, please slow down, Johnny.
been there for a month.
But normally,
Yourself on the night, though, the road.
normally Chris won't take Biscuit out at night, but he's just opened the door because I think he wants to go out. And took us there, so we're not go out. So Chris says, I'll put his lead on and
That rattling sound is the microwave, by the way.
Have you got someone to nick
It's
cooking?
running fine.
it's probably that, glass bit.
You're not
Rattling about in microwave.
pie in it, have you, or something?
Turntable.
It's a bit pot-holy around here. A bit pot-holy.
A bit, God. Same from home then here, Johnny.
Same here.
Oh.
All central.
All they do here is draw
I-
yellow
I-
circles on them.
I used to think Pudsey were worse for potholes, but then I moved to Rockwell. Jesus Christ. You bounce out of potholes over here.
This is what makes me laugh as well. Is all money that government are getting, like road tax and everything, yet they can't fix a few pothole. Well, I want to say a few. You know what I mean?
Hey up. Look, lights aren't working, look.
Oh dear.
That's why traffic's flowing
Doesn't
well.
stop me.
So yes, this is live cam, live from the Foxy Mobile. Johnny's even
Tina
named
named it
it
Foxy, Richard.
Foxy Mobile.
She's a good car, though. She's a belter, really. I landed well with it. I'm glad the other one blew up.
That sounds good. I'm glad the other one blew up.
I bought a Renault S-Pass and it blew up in about 5 days of having it.
Is that one you took all spares off, Johnny?
No, that was that other Ram that I bought with blown edge.
I
Well,
usually
He
go
got a
on.
diesel one, didn't he?
Hi Terry,
Yeah,
how are you?
The one that's double
Anthony
the
says how
insurance.
much longer you're going to be on, Fortunate. I usually go on till about 11:30, something like that.
Yeah, give me a chance to get back with some beers. I won't be long.
Oh dear. But yeah, we're live on the road with Johnny.
I've done it myself on Did Not Grow. Gone live when
What
I'm
was
on
the
road.
first one? Oh.
This is all. I'm going around the back entrance. That sounds weird.
I can say that
Somebody's
sounds
having an
long as that
Ocado
novel.
delivered. See?
Well, it's late. Ocado, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 to 11.
Oh, fire.
That'd be final delivery.
Might be on its way back.
Could be. From a
Taxi
I mean,
driver picked up
normally,
our way.
normally,
That taxi driver can't make up his mind what he wants to do. He seems to be drifting all over the bloody shop.
Typical taxi
I
driver.
was just going to say exactly the same thing, partner. Typical of a taxi driver.
I think they own the road.
Exactly. They think they can
Slow
put in
me.
front on you. You know what I
Slow me
mean?
down as well.
Whatever they please.
Was on
I mean,
A61.
unacceptably slowed down. His number
But
plate's a bit weird,
this is
isn't it?
what gets my goat. You know, like when you come into like a turn off or something, and they sort of darting here, there, and everywhere to get in front of you, and you pull up to a junction and the right hand side on you, I sort of go, see, it didn't get you any further, did it? All this, darting in and out of traffic.
lights here, so they've got temporary ones.
Ah.
Right, that's the taxi driver. out of the way.
Okay, then, Anthony.
I got rid of the taxi driver. Woo, back on the road.
It's same when we stuck behind a truck, Chris will say. When it starts turning, indicating to go opposite way, Chris will say, right, yeah, now we can start trucking.
I'm one for saying choose a lane, dickhead. Not about truck drivers. They haven't had enough job. I would like to drive a truck. But,
Taxi drivers are the bane of everybody's life, I think.
taxi's a swear word to me.
Yeah.
I'll walk home first.
Where's
Might hurt a
Richard?
bit, but
Where's Richard gone? Has he gone for a refill?
Correct.
Yeah, Gary, he's heading into central Leeds.
Correct.
going towards
Yeah.
St James's
Because
Hospital.
I've been opposite direction. If I cut,
About
Yeah,
to go
Gary
back
says
to
it's
me.
that Leeds
Loft
city
hours.
centre.
Yeah, that's testing. Is that driving around Leeds during the day? Bloody awful. Really busy.
Terry says, who painted the lines on that road and what were they drinking when they painted them?
See from America or something. She just don't like my lines, eh? What's up with Yorkshire lines?
The same lines as anybody else's.
Yeah.
Been a while ago then,
You
Gary,
keep
because they were
my-
there in 2001.
oh, did
Why are
you
you
jump the
dissing my
lines?
lines?
You go through a red light, though.
Oh, there was only just red partners. Don't be such
Well, you won't be saying that if somebody T-bones you.
Oh, I was surveying the area, partner.
Yeah. Johnny lives life
I might be a fast
dangerously.
driver, but I'm a safe driver.
Might get a note through door now with an automatic flipping light jumping.
Notice we intend to prosecute. Well, they might not with postal strikes. He'll get out of
And
it.
Might get it
where
when I'm-
Johnny's going, probably they were too slow to catch him.
6 weeks later, it'll come through the door.
That's a hashish bar, that, you know.
It's a bit of a
What?
sting-
A
stingy
sheep?
area.
That thing at corner there, that's a hashish bar.
I'm leaning on the lamppost on the
All
corner.
taxi drivers cars are there, they're all there. I've seen it.
Is this the red light district? Have you just been through that red light district?
No, I didn't get all the way down, Richard. I didn't go all the way down.
Pardon me.
Pardon you?
Tim the second.
Is Tim standing?
Probably my burps aren't good
Ain't
enough.
that in the rat place, is it, Johnny?
Yes, it bloody is.
Well, I just saw a Mercedes, so it can't be that bad.
Well, last time he was it. Well, last time he
That's
took
that
us
BMW.
there, there were rats running across car park.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Well, apparently, if you're in a city, you're never more than 6 foot away from a rat.
I've got one living in fucking Rabbit Hut.
Oh, yeah, the squatter.
Yeah, rolling.
You see, the problem with that there is the bin sheds are outside, so you're going to get rats.
Oh, they're
Look
everywhere.
at all them bags. Look at all them bags next to the back of that car.
Well,
There.
that's
Look,
what I'm
all-
saying. All rubbish is sort of
Yeah, but
outside, isn't it?
Rats go
I know.
everywhere. It's not a sign of somewhere being dirty because the rats.
Oh
are
no,
just bloody-
it's just
They're
people
everywhere now.
disregarding the rubbish in an improper way. That's
Yeah.
what causes
Right.
rats.
Well,
That's
I've
what's
They're quite good.
up there.
They're quite good as pets, aren't
Oh, but
See you
I'll try and
later,
get back
Johnny.
in
they?
time.
Pet rat.
I'll try and get back in time, and so I don't. So I'll catch
Okie
you
dokie
soon.
then, Johnny.
Peace. Look, one way.
No, I think you're right first time.
Catch you later.
See you later, Johnny. arm sticking out of the boot. But yeah, I think predominantly the problem with that is the rubbish is all outside.
Oh,
So you're going to get foraging for whatever food they can get.
wherever there's bins and wherever there's bird feeders, the rats come. If you put a bird feeder out, you have rats, and that's the way it is.
Says you're more than 6 foot away from a rat when you're
Yeah,
in the
I can
city.
believe it. They're everywhere.
You see where Johnny lives, obviously, his garden backs onto a great big massive field. So Snowflake's little visitor, that's probably where it's come from. It's easy food for it, if you know what I mean. If the rabbit's going to tolerate a mouse in its thing, sharing its food, then you know what I mean. Can't get it in its natural habitat, it's going to go elsewhere for it, isn't it?
Down here, it's nothing but kebab shops and restaurants. So the back alleys are just.
Oh, I bet it's horrible.
Oh, they're all over. So
Rat central.
in the town, about half a mile from me, and you go into Blackburn, which is like 3 or 4 miles from me, and you can see them wandering about during the day. They're brazen. They are. They're just walking around, rats. Unbelievable.
That is one thing that we've lived here 7 years and we've never ever seen as much as a mouse or a rat or anything. Mind you, at the time we've had 3 cats, so I mean, But I think one of the destinations where Chris went, and it were like, where he does these like mini waterfalls, and he come back and he went, "Oh my God," he says, "I've seen a rat." I says, "Well, it's that kind of area where you're gonna." You took biscuit out.
I don't remember. They've been around for a long time. It's not a new thing. It's just that we're making it easier for them now.
Yeah, fast food and everything.
Correct. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to tell you a bit of a story. We gets in bed other night, and we've got his telly on wall, right? And right outside it telly, there was this spider. I'm not kidding you, Richard. It was that size.
Oh God, no.
So, anyway, so I'm on bed, and Chris is in toilet. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I goes to Chris. I says, "God," I says, "there's a big tarantula in here." I says, "I know it's not a tarantula." I says, "But it's like size of a tarantula." So anyway, I thought, well, I'm keeping my eye on that. You know what I mean? I don't want that crawling on me middle at night. So anyway, Chris is about done on toilet, just turned light off, and I went, "Oh!" And he come running in. He says, What? I says, "That bloody," I says, "it's either jumped off at wall," I says, "or it dropped off at wall." Right? I'm not kidding you, it was massive. Right? So anyway, he always puts me my cream on my legs and my shoulders and everywhere else, like my side at bed. So as he were going round bed, he were going. I said, "What are you doing?" He went. He says, "I'm just making sure that tarantula's nowhere to be seen."
Really horrible. I don't like spiders. Well,
Honestly, Richard, it was massive. And all I could see him doing were like this.
yeah, you see now a tarantula, a big hairy one won't bother me. It's wick ones that move quick I don't like. These that you see at the zoo, these bloody big hairy ones don't bother me.
Terry says his great aunt, they'd be working up sewer lines outside her house, and she woke up with a rat gnawing on her lip. Ooh.
Okay.
I'm just sort of, scaredy cat about this great massive spider crawling on me at night. So anyway, Chris says, "I'm going to have to sleep with one eye open." He says, "I don't want that crawling up my leg." He says, "When I'm in bed."
Where my mum lives, they had some allotments and they flattened them and built houses. And when they built houses, everybody on the road got infested with little mice. And we caught one in the kitchen. It come out from under the kettle. We caught it, put it in a coffee jar. We didn't kill it. We put it in a coffee jar and put an hole in top. I thought, what we're going to do with this buggy? Well, we'll drive it over at Moors and dump it in a field anyway.
You
Within an hour, it had gnawed its way out and gone.
That's a coffee shop.
They were a joy. It was too bloody late. I couldn't believe it. They're gone.
Anyway, the saga continues because he says to me this morning, he says, you know that big tarantula from other night, right? He says, I was sat on toilet in bathroom this morning, he says, and I looked over, he says, and it were climbing up bath.
no,
What?
it was on the corner of the ceiling.
Oh, yeah. We've got like pelmet things always in every room. He says, I looked up, he says, and it were on this
Oh,
pelmet.
God, no way.
He says, I got a towel and I went, he kept flicking it with towel.
No, I went, "Rah!"
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah, he says it went down toilet. He says, I don't know whether it were dead or not. I says, well, after all, you know, attacks with towels or towel.
I'm in Tenerife and I'm sat on the throne having a dump, and I just looked round at bog roll holder and there are a massive cockroach sat on toilet roll. God,
Ooh.
you've never seen me shoot up off a bog in your life without wiping. Oof, how we gone.
Now, that's one thing. I'd die if I seen a
Oh,
cockroach.
they're horrible. They're bloody horrible in Tenerife.
Terry says I've held tarantulas.
Everywhere.
They're nothing. It's snake. Chris don't like snakes either, Terry.
Hey,
No way, no how.
Hey, I'd have jumped up with a turtle head sticking out if I seen a snake.
You'd have probably dropped turtle head if you'd
Them
have seen the snake.
cockroaches abroad are not small. They're bloody big.
Hey, oh,
Oh, God, I hate
turtle
them.
head at it.
Yeah, that's one thing I can't stand, Richard. Cockroaches. I mean, I've never sort of met one personally.
Well, you never see them in this country, but
Yeah.
abroad,
Well, when I
walking
say
back to hotel and
I haven't met a cockroach
it's
personally.
floor
I've met
shimmering
quite a
in
few.
heat with them all scurrying about. Oh, God,
I'll
awful.
be later, 'cause he might-
Oh.
Yeah,
And these
remember-
programs where they, you know, how clean is your ass or whatever, and you pick some up and or open fridge and oh God, honestly, it makes me feel sick.
What's tough as me?
You know what I mean?
I've got
But that's the
17
thing, and this sort of all stemmed from. It were a lovely warm. Can you remember them rain beetles? Yeah, they like got a hard shell.
I'm pretty paranoid now. I'm looking around for spiders.
You're not going to have any cockroaches, Richard.
Come here.
He's going to be looking under everything for
Got
mice
plenty
and
of-
cockroaches and snakes.
Oof.
But anyway, it was a lovely summer day. We got the windows open. I mean, this was before Chris, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so I wakes up at night and I've got the biggest rain beetle on my arm.
Fine.
I about shat myself. I'm going, oh! So ever since then, I've not, sort of odd-bodied, I don't
Yeah.
like. So
I'm fair.
cockroaches is a big no-no.
I don't like creepy crawlers. Them cockroaches abroad, they're just awful.
But, I mean, spiders, per se, don't bother me. But that one did other night because it was massive.
Yeah.
It was on par with a tarantula, it was that big.
Yeah, I
See
don't
you
like
later,
them, but
Raphael. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you later.
Yeah,
Have a
Raphael.
good one.
I don't like them, but I don't kill spiders. I'll try and eject them, you know, without killing
Yeah.
them. You know, I don't like them, but I won't kill them. But cockroaches, no.
Well,
free
Chris does. He's
No.
he's the spider terminator, Chris is.
Finding the
That
spider in box.
cockroach in Tenerife.
I didn't hear that.
You get the feeling he's an arachnophobic.
Bang, and the spider is gone.
Hey, oh,
Well, it's
husband in the
you
night.
know, like Callum was trying to
Hey,
make out it were a daddy long legs, and Chris says no, Callum. He says it were a spider.
No, he thought a spider was a daddy long.
Oh, he thought a spider were anyway. Richard's
Count
got
the
hairy body and everything.
But see, there were loads of lizards. Now lizards don't bother me in the slightest. You know, they were wandering around all over damn sure. But they eat
Snakes and things like that don't bother me.
No, I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if I woke up in bed and there were a flipping python there.
It was snuggling up to you.
Yeah, I don't fancy that, but I don't mind. I don't mind these lizards you get abroad because they're all over the show.
But yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine being in bed, right? And it's first thing in the morning, it's scorching hot, and you feel something slithering about in your bed. You know, is that a grass snake or are you just pleased to see me? You know what I mean?
You made a new friend.
I woke up in past and been hot and had some slither.
Like I said.
But what I'm saying is, can you imagine the horror of waking up with a snake in your bed? You know, and you can see sheets moving or something slithering about under it. That would be my worst nightmare. I hate it.
Like I said, Bummy.
Having something slithering about under it.
Is that a Charles snake or are you just pleased to see me?
God.
Terry says he's had nightmares about snake and woke up smacking up wrinkles in covers. Like whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole, bloody hell. That the things where Ed used to bob up.
You got to be quick to whack-a-mole. Oh dear. But I think like every single one of us has got sort of like these scenarios that they wouldn't like to. Man is waking up with snake slithering in bed. But I mean, not that I don't like snakes, it's just like a scenario, let's just say. But anyway.
I don't mind a frog. Frogs don't bother me. I mean, I wouldn't want one hopping around in bedroom, but it wouldn't scare me.
Well, they reckon if you lick a cane toad, you get as high as a kite.
Lick a what?
If you lick a cane toad, it's like LSD.
All right. I thought you said if you lick a kenko. I thought we had about coffee.
No, there's only one particular. Yeah, it's called a.
It's funny, really. Now you think about
toad.
it. You used to always see frogs about, and I haven't seen a frog for bloody years. Or a toad. When we were kids, they seemed to be everywhere.
Yeah, Terry says it's got to have legs. A cane toad, I think it's called. And apparently, this, if you lick them, it's like an LSD trip or something daft like that.
Yeah, you just look a bit weird if you're walking down the street, or with a toad in your hand, licking its head.
Weird baby.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm just licking my toad. Ribbit. No.
Yeah.
Now it's gone cold.
You used to see them a lot, though, frogs, and I can't remember last time I actually saw a frog. It's a bloody long time ago.
Winter in May. Yeah.
Maybe it's just the fact that as you grow older, you don't go in places where there is frogs, perhaps. I don't know.
It's native to South Mainland Central America.
No. I'm not going to be bumping into a cane toad, generally. Bit out of my jurisdiction, is that?
Ginger nuts. Aren't you tux? Well, it's true, he is. Is ginger in it? I've got ginger nuts, has it?
Oh, them other things called, them little lizardy things. They used to be better.
Newts, yeah.
Newts, because you used to have one that looked like a dinosaur, didn't it? With like spikes on its back, a fin line. Crest, a greater crested newt, I think they were called, or something like that.
You go after them lady cats.
It says, users often get high from either licking the back of a toad, directly or by storing toxins secreted by the toad to use later.
Right.
Hallucinations and euphoria are the known effects of this activity, but it can also cause anxiety, nausea, or seizures.
I always said they always looked a bit like they're on some of these South Americans. That's what they do. They're all turned.
It says, Mythbusters. Licking toes to get at you high is a myth which appears to be reinforced in popular media in shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy. There you go. So, no licking cane toads.
I've never watched any of them.
Hey, get your fucking pay.
You want some coffee?
Hey,
But yeah.
Bobby, you just think there's any coffee.
So yeah. So if if you're under the misconception that when you lick a toad it makes you high, it's just a myth.
Right.
Hey, that's the thing. That's just reminded me. Good, I won't been in tonight.
I'll wake you up, man.
So
I'd like to go to Cuba. Is it Cuba? I'd see that.
But yeah, I mean, I've never really had inclination to go to any particular places. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You see, Chris would love to jump in one of these big RVs and go around world.
right.
I want to travel out more.
Oh, there you go. Crypto says also known as asmarine toads. There you go.
See, the problem is,
I'll tell you, a channel Chris would like a bus grease monkey.
What?
Because they do all, bus convert. All bus.
Oh yeah.
It basically fixes these vehicles. A lot of them are buses that have been converted.
I was watching one other day, and they converted one of these great big metal pallets. Like when they come on shipping containers.
yeah.
Somebody had converted one of them into a.
Oh yeah, a few people do that container house.
Yeah. It's a big thing in Germany, is that, I think, and they stack them on top of each other and make an upstairs and a downstairs.
Yeah. But this particular one, they'd sort of, how can I put it, stuck it in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But they'd done it all up, and it was right next to a lake, and it got wonderful views. They got a veranda and all sorts to it.
I mean, they're massive inside. We have three at work that we use for storage, and they're huge inside.
But I says to Chris, I says, "Have you seen this?" I says, "They've converted one of these metal containers as this into like a,
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure it's very big in Germany. That the
same as you say. If they sort of want a two-story thing, they just put another container on top.
They lock onto each other. You know what I mean? They're designed to be stacked.
Yeah, stacking.
Yeah. Because that's basically what they do when they come in on these container ships. They just stack them.
They fit straight on a wagon.
Like the Ever Given.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know our sort of rules about how they can stack them, but I know,
Yeah. You see them on these ships.
I don't know, Terry. I'm not willing to find out either.
But they're expensive and all. You try and buy one. We've three. And it took us ages to get one, and they were $6,000 each. They were for an empty container.
But you think about it, Richard. You buy one of them for $6,000. Let's say you off top of my head, you renovate it or you kit it out for about $10,000, right? Yeah. So you've had an art layer about $16,000.
Yeah.
You imagine rent that they'd save.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Initially, art layer. I mean, I don't know how much it would cost to, kit it all out and everything. But if like savvy, like Johnny, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They can.
You just had to line the inside with wood because obviously they're just metal.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to line it with wood and all that.
I mean, this one has got a fully functioning kitchen.
Oh, well,
and And this is the thing. Pull one of the drawers out, and you know these like fitted obs. They got one of them. Just took it out at drawer, put it on counter, plugged it in. When they're done with it, let it cool down, and put it back in drawer.
Yeah. I mean, they're huge inside. I mean, when you think of
Like
it,
American fridge and all.
a couple of them is probably bigger than your average house in actual cubic feet space. They're massive.
But I couldn't believe it. It got, like extractor or thing and everything. I couldn't believe it when she got this hob out at drawer.
But
Onto top, plugged it in. When she finished cooking, just unplugged it, let it cool down a bit, back in drawer again. Job's a good one.
I mean, if you've got a patch of land, you're laughing at it. If it were me, I had a patch of land, I'd buy 2 full-size ones and buy a half one, you know what I mean?
Gary says I watch a YouTube channel can't contain USA.
Uncontained, yeah, I've heard of it.
Container converted. It might even be the same one that I've watched. But yeah,
fully, called uncontained.
Fully functioning everything.
Yeah.
Full-size fridge, cooker, hob, shower room, toilet, you know what I mean? And then it's sort of like done a bit of a thing, and the bed were upstairs, sort of thing.
There's a firm in Manchester that converts them into offices. You can buy one ready-made. Saying you haven't got an office, you can buy one ready-made with windows and everything and proper doors and have it as an office. And there's a firm in Manchester does them, but they're not easy to come by. If you decide you need one, just
look for the devil in the show to appear.
Bloody hard to find. They really are.
Right, Gordo. I've just been talking about you. So guess who haven't been in tonight, Gordo?
Somebody's selling second-hand ones. They're really hard to find.
You know what I mean? You imagine initial cost plus the cost of renovation. The amount, it's sort of, let's say, a third of price of an house at today's current rate.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell.
And then you've got no outlay, you've got no rent, you've got no mortgage to pay, etc., etc. For somebody that wants to live minimalistic, yeah, it's ideal. They've got everything. They've got bedroom, they've got fridge, cooker, washing machine, you name it.
Kitchen sink.
Yeah, everything.
The key thing is having that patch of land in first place to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's the key. You've got that patch of land, you're aware, and you've got planning permission to do it. You've got all the permission to do it.
But this we're in America though, and basically I don't know whether it were a relative that owned this land. So there again, they probably just said, can we pitch us, Oh, okay then, Gordon. I forgot about that. But yeah, this were in America, and I think it were a relative's piece of land, but it were right at the side of a lake, but it were near a road as well. So what they'd done is they built this, put it on like stilts or whatever. I don't know what you put it on. I don't know. But then they sort of just done a bit of, bulldozing work so they could get to main road from where it is. If I think they said they went shopping once a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're very secure as well,
But yeah, you know what I mean? Because Chris always said he wants to live some in middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And same as I said, that bit, because I sent him link to it, and I says, this is what sort of thing you're sort of talking about, middle of nowhere, but near a lake and near a road, if you know what I mean.
Chris would be better off getting like one of these VW transporters and having a taste of the outdoor life and doing all that sort of business.
But yeah,
they're not cheap to buy. A second hand and's bloody dear, but
yeah, but yeah, that's sort of Chris's sort of ideal situation is in middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But
And if you like that, you know, you can have a
this is
taste
sort
of
of
it,
the
you know.
controversial part, Richard. It's got to have Wi-Fi.
It's a problem.
Well, you can't have it both ways. You either want to live in middle of nowhere, you know. I says,
Well, he'll need a Starlink dish. That's what he wants to do, wasn't he?
Yeah.
To get a Starlink dish screwed to the roof of his van.
oh, Arctic Monkeys are from Sheffield, are they?
Yes, they are. They are.
Yeah.
Sheffield
the
van,
transporter, caravan
with
transporter.
Pulp, Human League, and ABC.
Money.
Well, same as I says to Chris, if he were to buy just your bog standard camper van, you know, it's got a toilet, it's got a wash basin and something to cook on, that wouldn't be no good for me. Sort of AE going in and out, and it'd be too cramped for me, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Good morning.
See you morning, Callum.
You need something like a Sprinter van.
But yeah, you know, I mean, because I tell you something,
See you in the morning.
Chris seen one, and it was one of these, Bilingo. What?
Citroen Berlingo.
Citroen Bilingo.
Small, big, real
basically-
transporter.
There's not going to be much living in one of them things.
He's picked up a 4 foot by 6 by 7 foot greenhouse up for a tenner. And £8 in Amazon.
Oh,
Like Johnny can, you know, he fell in shit and come up smelling of roses. But yeah, this looks all right. And I went,
Bristol's answer to Johnny 5.
there won't be enough room to swing a cat round in one of them. I mean, it'd be all right. Let's say, same as Chris says, it'd be all right for him sort of just odd camping trip every now and again. Can you imagine Chris and Biscuit in that farting little thing?
No, they're not. That's no use. Bloody hell.
No.
You're going to get a camper van. You need to get.
Yeah, and that's what I said to Chris. I says, you don't want a piss farting little thing like that.
No.
You want some, you know, with plenty of room, like these ideal, you know, the table and whatever convert into an extra bed if you want it or whatever.
Yeah.
He says, no, I intend to grow roses in there. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's sort of finding the right one at the right price at the right time, if you know what I mean.
Bloody dear.
But you see, Chris has noticed as well
that weren't cheap.
that a lot of people are selling them. And I says it's probably got a lot to do with like certain areas are bringing this clean air zone thing in. And obviously a lot of the camper vans, whatever, they're not, you know what I mean? They're not conforming to the clean air thing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that round here, but it's been put under review. But it wasn't for private vehicles; it was only for commercial vehicles, so it wouldn't affect.
well, you see, this is the thing. We've had it for quite a while now. Well, when I say quite a while, a few months.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's
it's
all-
either
all
the camper
vehicles
van,
and
it shouldn't fall foul of clean air zones.
but this is the thing. But you see, Chris has checked ours. I mean, obviously, because our car's a relatively new-ish car.
So if I came
yeah.
to Sheffield, would I have to pay something somewhere on one of these apps?
You'd have to look on like clean air areas. I don't fully understand it myself, Richard, but there's certain areas of the city that they've put these clean air things in, and if you go into a certain area,
everything is it? It's every vehicle, is it? In Sheffield, it's every vehicle, all private cars.
I haven't got a clue, Richard. All I know is if you go into a certain area and your car, van, whatever, don't conform to this clean air jobbo, that you get sort of like a fixed penalty thing, like you would a parking ticket.
Around here, it's just commercial. People who have vans.
So I don't really understand a lot about it.
Private cars are exempt. Camper vans and stuff, you know.
I don't know. I don't understand a lot about it, Richard, to be quite honest.
I know when you go into London, you have to pay something if you go in an old car, you know. Because they call it the low emission area in London or something.
Well, I think that's basically what it is here.
Then you get further in, and then you've got the congestion charge, which you have to pay. You know, the right rip off.
February 27th, it come into force. He says the clean air zone will come into force from February, but not everywhere in Sheffield will be impacted.
Yeah, I know the motorway.
The clean air zone will not apply to private cars and motorcycles, but the most polluting HGVs, LGVs, vans, buses, coaches, and taxis will all be charged if they travel within the zone.
Right. That's answered my question then.
Yeah, the zone itself largely covers the city centre and the inner ring road.
Laugh it were they spent millions here putting all these signs up saying clean air zone, and then they decided not to do it, so they put a new sign under the existing sign saying under review. Would it not have been easy just to take the old sign down?
Well, that's it. It says, for example, they calling it CAS for short, begins halfway down Sheffield Parkway and covers the entire Broad Street roundabout. The A61 Derek Dooley Way also falls into the zone, which ends to the north down Mowbray Street.
One of that. What's that?
And it's also surrounding both universities as well.
What's that idiot called in Manchester? The mayor of Manchester, who resides here. Can't remember his bloody name.
I don't know.
He's always on news for somebody. He comes up with all sorts of crazy ideas.
Gordo says I have to pay £9 to go to the centre of Bristol, yet I don't have to pay to go into the centre of Bath. That's a bit stupid, isn't it? But yeah, that predominantly covers city centre and surrounding areas. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off because I'm needing the bathroom. So I will see you tomorrow when we are making Victoria sponge cupcakes. So there you go. So I'll see you all on the next one, guys. Have a good one and take care, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
My voice. Like because she's jumping with joy.
I'm going to say keep joy out of it.